Kimberly, I just saw your text from this afternoon. Are you insane? Are you actually going to get married?
I'm sorry, is there some kind of problem with that? It's not like this should be breaking news to you. I told you a while ago that I was seeing a guy and we were pretty seriously thinking about marriage.
Don't dodge the issue. You're free to marry whoever you want. I don't care. The problem is the timing. I will not allow you to get married before your brother.
Clark? But he doesn't even have a girlfriend right now.
Then you'll have to put off your wedding for a year or two. However long it takes for Clark to get married. Once he's married, then you'll have my permission to get married yourself.
However long it takes? Are you serious? Besides, every single time Clark has ever started dating a girl, you immediately come between them and force them to break up.
Your brother has responsibilities as the heir to our family business. He's going to be the president of the company someday. I can't allow him to marry some rubbish woman from off the street. I won't allow him to marry any woman but one who is genuinely worthy of him. It's my duty as his mother to help him choose a suitable wife.
Okay, so when you say however long it takes, what are we talking about? 5 years? 10 years? What?
Who knows? However long it takes means however long it takes. All I do know is that you're not allowed to get married until Clark does.
I know this probably doesn't matter at all to you, but I've talked to Clark, and he's completely fine with it.
Oh my goodness. That Clark is such an angel. I'm sure it must have been so hard for him to say those words to you. He's so kind to be able to consider the feelings of even a pathetic failure like you. But it must have been killing him inside to hear that you were going to get married before him. Your brother's kindness aside, I'm the one who has the final say here, and I say no. That's final.
Hey, Kimberly. I just got off the phone with Mom. Guess you finally told her that you're getting married, huh?
Hey, Clark. Yeah, and just as expected, she was completely against it.
She's so determined that you can't get married before me. Even though the reason it's taken me so long to get married myself is because she keeps getting in the way whenever I find a woman I like.
Yeah, apparently she won't let you marry any woman who is undeserving of being the wife of a company president. Any idea what that means?
In short, it means that she won't let me marry any woman who won't do everything she says, how she says it, when she says.
Good grief. When did our mom become such a stereotypical overbearing mother-in-law? She's the kind of character you see in cheesy soap operas.
Right? My thoughts exactly.
Anyway, we're going ahead with moving the plans for the wedding along with the schedule, regardless of whether Mom approves or not.
Good for you. That's exactly what you should do. Besides, it doesn't matter anyway, since I'm already gonna get married before you.
Yeah. Wow, it's actually really impressive that you've managed to hide your girlfriend from Mom for so long.
I didn't have any choice. I know for certain that she's the only girl in the world for me. She's my soulmate, my life partner. I don't have a life without her in it. I'll do whatever it takes to marry her, no matter what it costs.
Well, I'm glad you found someone like that.
And the same to you.
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, it looks like Dad is finally making his move too.
Yeah, I heard. He's called me the other day to tell me about it. I'll bet there are gonna be a few bumps in the road ahead for us, but I'm 100% sure that there's happiness waiting for us on the other side.
Me too.
Kimberly, you've got some serious explaining to do. What's this I hear about you preparing for your wedding? I made myself very clear that you are not, under any circumstances, allowed to get married before your brother does. What is wrong with you? I am your mother, and you will do as I say. that you would show such disrespect to your own elder brother is disgusting. It's disrespectful to your father and I. It's disrespectful to the entire family.
Not to worry, Mom. Everything's going according to plan. Clark will be married by the time my wedding rolls around.
What do you mean?
Oh, and just so you're not under any false impressions, this isn't happening because I decided I would obey your command about not getting married until Clark does. This is just how it happened to turn out naturally.
You're talking nonsense. How can Clark get married? He doesn't even have a girlfriend.
I've got a great idea. Why don't you go ahead and ask Clark directly about this instead of hearing it from third person from me?
Ask him about what?
He's been saying that he'd let you know once everything was in order, so I think he'll probably be fine with talking to you about it if you ask him. I gotta go now. We have a meeting with the wedding planner in a bit.
Hold it right there, Kimberly.
Talk to you later, Mom.
Hey, Mom. I understand that it's finally time for you and I to have a little talk.
Clark, please, tell me what on earth is going on. Your foul little sister is telling all sorts of bizarre tall tales. Like, that you're getting married. That's ridiculous, isn't it? You don't even have a girlfriend. How could you get married? She couldn't be content with just being a failure of a daughter. She had to become a vile little liar, too.
That's one of the things we need to talk about, Mom. I need an answer from you right now. Why'd you call Kimberly a failure? Why'd you treat her like a second-class child? She's pretty successful in her career. She's responsible, a good member of the community. I have no idea why you treat her the way you do, and I want you to tell me.
Why? Isn't it obvious? She never even went to college, and she didn't even go to a decent private high school, just some crummy local public high school.
Are you joking? Mom, you're the one who told her that you wouldn't pay for her to go to a private school. You forced her to go to that public school.
You, on the other hand, truly make me proud to be your mother. You went to the finest prep school in the county, and then to the finest private university in the state. And after graduating, you started working for one of the largest companies in the country. And what's more, you've started your own company that you're now the president of. Honestly, the two of you are so drastically different. It's hard for me to believe that you're even siblings. How could I not call her a failure? That's what she is.
Okay, well, I've had just about all I can take of that conversation, so if it's all right with you, I'll just move along to the next order of business. Mom, I got married.
You what? Oh, Clark, you're something special. Don't worry, you don't have to play along with Kimberly's delusions. We both know she's a compulsive liar. Don't worry at all about what that little failure thinks. You go ahead and take your time to pick the most perfect woman in the entire world as your wife. I'll be here to support you every step of the way.
Will you please listen? I really did get married to the secretary in my office. So no, Kimberly isn't lying about this.
You what? Your secretary? You mean the one with the glasses? The person who came to pick you up to drive you to the airport for your business trip. That secretary.
Yep, that's her.
That was the woman?
I guess I don't blame you for not realizing that. You've only seen her in her work attire. She always wears slacks and a jacket when she's at the office, and hey, she's pretty tall. So there are actually a lot of people like you who think she's a man at first. She may not seem the type, but she actually used to be a professional model in her teens. She's gorgeous. She dresses plainly like that on purpose to keep men from hitting on her and distracting her from work.
I don't believe this. How could you go over my head and pick a woman by yourself, Clark? I do not approve of this. Not one bit. How am I supposed to live together in the same house as a woman who dresses like a man? She'll completely ruin the mood of this house.
What are you talking about? We're not going to live together with you.
What?
I've told you before that I'm moving out of the house as soon as I get married. This shouldn't be news to you, and furthermore, you also knew that as soon as me and Kimberly got married, that you were going to move to the new house that Dad's building near where he's living for work right now.
But that place is out in some backwater town. They don't even have a Starbucks.
We talked about this over a long time, and you had accepted that, Mom. You're not going to go back on your promise now, are you? Don't tell me, is this the reason you've been interfering in our love lives for all these years? Have you just been trying to desperately cling to your cosmopolitan lifestyle as long as possible?
No, that's not it at all.
I'll take that as a yes. Moving on.
Clark, can I tell you something?
Nah, not interested. Like I said, moving on. I bet you've already heard this, but Kimberly isn't planning to invite you to her wedding. I think you might want to take some time to do some serious introspection on why that happened, and what you need to do to make it right.
Hello there, Kimberly. Today is your big day, isn't it? I bet you're excited. I prepared a big surprise for you. I hope you'll enjoy it. Well, Kimberly, what did you think of my big surprise? You were surprised, weren't you? Mom, what in the world was that? I was worried you might go and do something stupid, so I did have my guard up. But wearing all black to a wedding? Black hat, black dress, black coat, black shoes, you even painted your fingernails and toenails black. Yes, well, getting married to someone like you is practically a funeral, so I came to mourn for your poor, poor husband. And if I'm going to mourn, it only makes sense that I would dress for the occasion. This is what you get for being such a rebellious little brat. Is it really this fun for you to do everything in your power to sabotage your own daughter's wedding? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Your brother betrayed me and married a woman without my permission. And once you get married, I'm going to have to move away from a civilized society to live around a bunch of backwards country bumpkins who probably can't even spell the word university. Is that really all? I like living in the city, don't you get it? And now that I've brought your wedding to a halt, you're not getting married anymore. You'll be single forever. I'll see to that personally. Oh, and one other thing. Now that your brother has moved out, I'll need you to move in and take over for him. Without him around, this house is turning into a real mess, so you'll need to get ready to move as soon as possible. You are really oblivious, aren't you, Mom? We've been legally married for some time now. What? My husband and I were officially married just about a month ago after Clark got married. And I'm currently enjoying the newlywed life with my husband right now, so I'm afraid I don't really feel much like moving in with you. You what? And besides, the wedding is still on. No, that can't be. Well, to be more precise, the reception is still on, and it's going to start soon. Fortunately, there are no other parties who booked the reception hall today. We talked to the manager, explained the situation, and he's willing to give us a few hours extra for no charge. What a generous guy. I thought for sure it would have been cancelled. Once again, fortunately, we only planned a small wedding for the family members and close friends. They're all being very understanding, and they had no problems with continuing the ceremony right where we left off. I won't let that happen. I'm going to barge right through the doors of that reception hall and give you another piece of my mind. Mom, really? Are you 12? You're such a child. Excuse me? We requested additional security staff from the venue, so no, you're not getting into the reception. Don't even bother. You can go home now. You're no longer needed here. How dare you? You're kicking your own mother out of your own wedding? Do you actually think you're in any position to be acting so indignant right now? And not to mention, aren't you forgetting the position you're putting Clark in? What? What position? I could have sworn I told you about this. Maybe you just weren't paying attention. My husband's father is the president of the company that just so happens to be the single largest client of Clark's company. He is? I've explained our family circumstances to him, so he also had an idea you might be up to something.
But to have the mother of the president of the company he pays millions of dollars to every year storm into the wedding of his own son, makes a massive scene, disturbs all the guests, and deliberately try to shut down the wedding? You have to understand, he's furious right now. Thanks to you, Clark was basically on his knees begging for his forgiveness for about 20 minutes straight. It was the most fervent apology I've ever seen. And you know who was right there alongside him? Dad. In the end, it was my husband who was finally able to calm him down. And after I explained in greater detail what kind of nutjob you are, his anger actually turned into sympathy for us. Do you have the slightest bit of remorse for almost single-handedly destroying your son's company?
I had no idea.
Plus, you can stop pretending. I know the real reason you don't want to leave the city. And honestly, I have to say, it makes me ashamed to be your daughter.
Kimberly, please, you've got to do something. Talk to your father for me. He's going to divorce me. Can you believe it? If you could just talk to your father and explain how this is really all your fault for disobeying me, I'm sure he'll understand. So you've got to call him right away, okay? Kimberly, answer me this instant. Your disgraceful behavior has ruined my reputation. Now everyone is turned against me. All of our family, my friends, even your brother. And it's all your fault. You need to fix what you did. Kimberly, pick up the phone.
What an embarrassing display. Really, she just refuses to see reason. I bet she didn't even finish the conversation with my dad before she started bombarding me with texts and calls. Somehow, she's under the impression that it was what happened at the wedding that caused Dad to divorce her. But that's not actually the case. You see, my dad hired a private detective to look into Mom's activities. He was perplexed by how desperate my mom was to stay in the city, even going so far as to work overtime to prevent me and Clark from getting married. And what he discovered was that Mom was having an affair, or at least she was trying to. There's a man in one of her exercise classes who she's been flirting with non-stop for the last 5 years or so, but he hasn't been responding to her advances. It got to the point that she practically stalking him, and it seemed he finally had enough of her nonsense because he got a restraining order against her. So Mom ended up being divorced by her husband, disowned by her 2 children, and unceremoniously dumped by the man she had been pining after for 5 years. I guess Mom got her wish after all. Now she gets to spend the rest of her life in the city, although now she'll be doing it alone, in a quiet, run-down apartment on the bad side of town.
Hey, how are you feeling?
I am feeling great. Hey, you are much closer to Marie's bakery, right? Please get me those brownies of hers. They are to die for. And while you are here, can you help me sort out my shoe rack? I have been so lazy to do anything these days.
Sorry, but I am not coming to that side, and I never said that I was. I wanted to talk to you about something very important. I know that we have had our differences, but I do not think that it is necessary for you to do this. You can tell the truth, and we will all forgive you.
What are you even talking about, Leia? What have I done now? I do not stay with you guys anymore, so do not accuse me of stealing from you.
This is not about the money you stole from me. This is about the fact that I saw the wine you were hiding in your bag yesterday. I could smell it on you. Do not lie. Seeing that confirmed for me what I suspected was really true. That you are not pregnant.
It was non-alcoholic, by the way, and lots of people drink while pregnant. So what is the issue? You are always trying to shut me down no matter what I do in life. I know that you are jealous because you do not have your own child.
I am not jealous of you. You know that we do not want kids. I know you are faking your pregnancy so that my husband can spend more time at your house. You are such an attention seeker. It is sickening. Don't you get that Chris also has a life and a wife and he is not your caretaker?
My pregnancy is so fragile. You are raising my blood pressure. It is not good for the baby.
That is bullshit, my dear, and you know it. There is no baby. Why is it that we have not seen the scans yet? Why is it that you will not tell us who the father is? Why are you eating some things that are not good for pregnancy? You do not even look pregnant.
Wow, you are discriminating against me. I should have known you would do that. I have nothing to explain to you. I know my own body. I feel my baby kicking sometimes. You are just looking for a way to make me look bad in front of my brother. Is it about him missing your date after I got sick? I am sorry about that. I really am, but I have no one else.
You know what? I do not have the time to waste with you. If you feel that you are pregnant, then good for you. What I can tell you is that your plan is going to backfire in your face. And when Chris finds out, he will cut all ties with you and see you for the worthless person that you are.
Please stop, Leia. You are giving me a panic attack. Now I have to go and take my pills.
If drama was a person...
Can you two not spend 5 minutes without biting each other's head off?
Babe, she is the one who started it yesterday. You heard what she said about me.
Leia, she is pregnant and alone. She is bound to be a bit emotionally unstable. This is out of character for you to be so selfish. She is important to me. She is my sister. You are my wife, and I love you. Please do not make this harder for me. I am stressed enough as it is.
I am sorry, my love. I am just trying to look out for you. Everything I do is in your best interest. But I guess some of the things that I said were a bit insensitive. Forgive me?
It is okay, my dear, and sorry for snapping.
To make up for it, how about going to the movies later tonight? The sequel to our fave movie is out, and I've been dying to go.
It's a date. Gotta go, or my manager will be all up on me.
I am sure she will understand. I can talk to her.
Ha! You are too much. Later, hon.
Babe, where are you? I am nearly ready. I wore that dress you really like. I can't wait. I figured you might be running late because of traffic, but I did permit you to leave a bit early. My dad would not have minded. I know you and your rules, not wanting to be treated differently because it is my father's company. Got the tickets and saved you a seat.
Hey, I am so sorry. Judy's baby's father sent her some very mean messages. I was trying to calm her down. I had to clean her house, cook her food, and take her for a walk to calm her down. She was having a panic attack. I am so sorry. I know that you were looking forward to the movie. I promise I will make it up to you.
Okay.
Babe? Why are you just saying K? You know how I hate it when you are passive-aggressive.
I say something, you get mad. I do not say something, you also get mad. What do you want, Chris?
She is my sister. We took care of each other growing up. She has no one.
She is not pregnant. I know she is faking it, and she is taking advantage of you. But you are blind. Do whatever you want, Chris. Are you coming home today?
Well, I cannot. I ordered some stuff for Judy's baby, and I want to help her out.
Okay, enjoy.
Where are you?
Out, with friends. Why?
I came home and saw that you had not made any food. What time are you coming back?
When I come back, it is a wonder that you are even home today. I am having fun with my friends.
But all my clothes are dirty, and you did not wash them.
I am sure that you can operate a washing machine. It is not rocket science.
Leia, come back home this instant. I said come home now. I have had enough of you. You are impossible. Are you cheating on me then? Where did you sleep? You know I have been worried sick. Answer the phone, Leia. Otherwise, I will talk to your mom.
Are you trying to threaten me with my mom? You are so out of touch. You know nothing about me and who I am. Do I look like I would be unfaithful to you? I have left your sister alone for the past few weeks and tolerated being sidelined. You did not even know that I landed a big deal. That is why I was out celebrating with my work friends.
You are cheating, Leia. I have caught you. Do not lie about it. Come back home so that we can talk. If you are not here within an hour, then this marriage is over. I guess I have your answer.
Yes, you do. You will not treat me like rubbish. I have had enough, Chris. It is over.
Leia, are you really going to throw away all that we have? What will your parents say?
I am done, Chris. You gave me an ultimatum, and I chose.
Okay then.
I knew you were no good for my brother. You were accusing me of being a liar because you are a liar.
Congratulations! You won! You have your brother all to yourself.
Better start packing your clothes then. I am moving back in.
And who lied to you about that? This is my house. A gift from my parents. Oh my god. Did you think that it was your brother's house? How sad. I hope that you have space at your house.
Whatever. At least you're out of his life.
As I said, congrats! You won. For the record, you know that I did not cheat. I never would. But it does not matter. Chris' lack of trust is worse than cheating. Hey, I wanted to ask if you can work this weekend.
I have planned this weekend with my girlfriend. Of course I cannot work. Why are you being such a slave driver?
You messed up the presentation, Chris. You should be the one to fix it.
Well, not this weekend.
Come to my office immediately. I will not tolerate you working unprofessionally like this.
Of course, it is your daddy's company. You can do what you want. I will work on the weekend then.
Wait, you are my brother's boss?
What is it to you?
How could you make my brother work on the weekend?
I am just following policy. I am not treating him any differently than I would any other employee who botched a presentation.
We will sue you.
You're welcome to.
And then?
And then what?
You still love him.
Nonsense. You could barely hold your temper earlier when his girlfriend and sister came here. I was boiling because she came here to flaunt her belly. Do you still think it is fake? Maybe. I do not know and do not care. Okay, also wanted to ask you about the rumors that have been circulating. What about them? You know, that they suspect someone of stealing from the company and that it could be a very trusted employee. I cannot confirm or deny, otherwise I will lose my job. You know your own dad would never fire you. He did not fire that idiot after your divorce, so why would he fire you for a little gossip? Chris is a good employee and coworker. Our history does not really matter when it comes to business. If you say so. Anyways, your dad is heading in this direction. We will speak later on. I should not be helping you out, but I know that you have a pregnant sister to take care of. Therefore, I will tell you that the best thing to do is confess. You will face fewer consequences if you do so.
I do not know what you are talking about.
Let me spell it out for you. You have been stealing money from the company. All signs point to you. We need you to make our lives easier and confess. In fact, I am not supposed to give you a heads up. They are not going to be as kind to you as I am, Chris. Confess and get a better punishment.
I have nothing to say to you. Is it because we are exes and I am your junior at your father's company? I can quit if you have a problem with me, but I will not take any sort of disrespect from you. Leia, please help me. They want to press charges against me.
I cannot do anything. I gave you a chance to confess.
You will not understand. She scammed me.
What?
Judy was not pregnant after all. I found out the night you confronted me. She bought a fake tummy and has been making me steal money, saying she has medical complications.
Damn. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, now I am in a lot of trouble, and she ran away with her boyfriend.
I am sorry, Chris. You did not deserve that. She is your own sister. How could she do that to you?
No, you can say it. You told me and I did not listen. And now, I am starting to think that what she told me about you was not the truth.
What did she say about me?
She said her friend saw you kissing a man the night you went out. That was when I suspected that you were cheating.
That was a lie, Chris. I would never cheat on you.
I am sorry, Leia. I trusted my own blood over you, who has been there for me when she was not. I feel so much shame for how I handled things.
It is fine. It is all in the past. I have moved on and healed. What will you do now?
I do not know.
Have you no shame after all that your brother did for you? There are snakes, and then there is you, Judy. A person who fakes a pregnancy, then scams her own brother.
Who are you? Oh, my brother's ex-wife. You are still as dull as ever. You can drop the act of being Mrs. Coy and innocent. He kinda had it coming, don't you think? After what he did to you?
Because of the things that you lied to him about.
So, you have kissed and made up already? That was quick. You have to thank me. Something like, 10K?
Go and eat a sock, Judy. I just wanted to let you know that karma is a bitch. You will not get away with this.
Well, it is not coming for me today.
Wow, I cannot believe he stole the money. Yeah, I do not know what happened. When it comes to his sister, he can do anything. It is a pity she does not appreciate that. Just one word, and he divorced me. She knows the power she holds over him. And now he has lost his job because of her. He stopped by my office as he was leaving, and apologized for the way that he treated me. Since it was all caused by her, and she is gone, are you getting back together with him? No, I think I want to focus on my own happiness at the moment. Well, it is up to you.
Can you talk?
What's wrong? Did you leave something at the office that you want me to fetch?
She's dead.
What?
My sister is gone. Her boyfriend pushed her in front of a bus. He ran away with the money, but the police caught him a few minutes later.
What the hell? My goodness, she is gone? How are you feeling? Do you need me to come over or something?
Honestly, I am numb. I cannot even cry.
You are in shock. This is a big thing.
I cannot believe that she is gone just like that.
It is my fault. I caused this.
No, it isn't. Leia, please do not do that to yourself.
I told her that karma would come for her before she blocked me, and now she is no more.
You did not push her in front of that bus.
I know, but what I said...
No, do not apologize for what you said. I did not know that you spoke to her. Why?
To tell her that what she did was wrong.
Gosh, I am such a fool. Even after we got divorced, you continued to look out for me. Well, all I did was hate you. I am so sorry.
You are human. You make mistakes. I have to go now, but please, do let me know if you need help with anything regarding the funeral.
Will do so.
He asked me out on a date. What did you say? I do not know, friend. After all that happened, just agree to coffee at least. I will think about it. Hi, I have thought about it.
And?
We could go for a coffee, but just as friends.
Fair enough. Cannot wait to see you there.
Leia and Chris continued to go on several dates and became very close. Unfortunately, Chris developed a serious substance abuse problem as the loss of his sister bothered him. After he nearly got violent with Leia, they broke up, and he left town to get help. Leia eventually found someone else that she is now dating. Judy's boyfriend got a life sentence for her murder and multiple crimes, including stealing the money.